their way up through the kink now at turn 2, and a bit of field signals going on there.
Ardiansha, Galang, Irfan, Haikal.
Irfan's made a break from that group too, and look, he started. Oh, big moment there for the 21 machine.
For Kritapat and for RB, and actually for Brittani and Kandra behind them. Oh, two battles to watch here.
Oh!
Assalamualaikum, halo semuanya. Jumpa lagi dengan Supriyan Satria di channel Bukan Pengawal. Apa kabar teman-teman? Saya doakan kalian semua selalu dalam keadaan baik dan sehat. Ajang balap Asia Road Racing Championship musim 2025 telah dimulai teman-teman. Untuk seri perdana berlangsung di sirkuit Chang, Buriram, Thailand, Sabtu dan Minggu, tanggal 26 sampai tanggal 27 April 2025. Mantan pembalap yang berkompetisi di Junior GP asal Indonesia, Fadilah Arbi Aditama, harus turun di kelas Asia Production 250cc masih bersama Astra Honda Racing Team. Di kelas Asia Production 250cc, Indonesia menurunkan total 9 pembalap terbaik dari pabrikan Honda, Yamaha, dan juga Kawasaki. Di seri pembuka ini, Fadilah Arbi Aditama akan memulai balapan dari posisi kedua teman-teman. Seperti apa perjuangan Fadilah Arbi Aditama dan pembalap Indonesia lainnya? Bagi teman-teman yang belum nonton jalannya race, silahkan tonton ringkasan videonya berikut ini.
Yeah, if a rider gets 50 points or more ahead of the one in fifth, then they get a rev cut. Let's look at the grid.
Will be Irfan Aikal on the Honda CBR 250 for the Metro NWN NCK team. Then it's Izam Kamal from Victor Racing. And then Nguyen Ton and Poo on board the Uzi Asia team Honda CBR 250.
Next to him is just trying to catch up with these now. Let's go to these rows.
Pro is a team that's also quite a famous one coming out of Japan, isn't it?
Absolutely.
With J-Will Durami on the ACR machine in 25th, Zhang Shen Chung
to do it.
Ready to go racing. Lights are off and we're away. Oh, good start from 93, but a bad start from our pole man, Kritapat, who went skyward rather than forwards as they make their way down towards turn 1. Doesn't have seemed to have hindered his progress, and he leads them through turn 1. Their way back towards the other grandstand. Now looks like someone going off there, but the marshal's running furiously over towards the entry of turn 3.
Yeah. Oh, that's Shun Shun Zhang. He had a crash yesterday. He crashed there yesterday. Leading the way is still Kritapat. He's got Arby with him.
There are in there as well on board the 44 machine. He's back a bit further in the... They've made a little bit of a gap on this first lap. We'll tell you how big that is as they come across the line. So as they come across the line to complete the first lap, it's 0.3 covers the top 3 riders, and then almost 1.3 seconds back to Mohammed Mirabil, who's in 4th position on board that 157 Yamaha. So they make their way up through the kink now at turn...
Mirabil.
That was the old follow me. We know that no one takes... that was Galang Hendra Pratama telling him to follow him. Yeah. I don't think there's any way that he's going to take any notice. In fact, he immediately pulls out of the slipstream and denies the request.
Yeah, the important thing I think here for the TY Antras racing team, unfortunately, they'll be back to fight another day, but it's Kandra Hermawan who leads them across the line this time from...
At the front. Oh no, that's the 44 machine of Riichi Takahara. He looks like he's got a flat rear tyre. Have a look at that rear tyre.
Yeah, he does. Kritapat and from RB.
You can see how much difference that slipstream makes, even on that little short start finish. To utilise the slipstream and go past Kandra as they made their way into turn 1. It wasn't an out braking manoeuvre, it was just the slipstream on the straight. Exactly what we saw when he went past the snipers Kawasaki's in the qualifying session too. Coming out of the final corner, he's able to get great drive and is very fast down the start-finish straight and into turn one. That group of 5 riders hasn't been able to make up too much. Pat back to Mirabil Vitoni in 4th position.
Yeah, another follow me signal from the number 56 Galan Hendra to Mirabil Vitoni. I mean, his plan is right, but people talk in hushed tones that Indonesian riders tend to work together when they're faced with somebody from another country.
Board bike number 157, Galang Hendra Pratama on board 56 and Davido Brittani on 24. Then it's Irfan Haykal in that group as well. Then it would be Irfan Abidinish. It would be the last rider in that group. And then a little bit of a gap back to the next rider. And I'll tell you what, the Thai wildcard, Panjaruch Chitralat, is doing a pretty good...
Yeah, and his teammate, or fellow wildcard for Honda, Apache Tum, also doing really well.
That gap hasn't got any bigger, it looks like, over the last lap or so, as we see Fadila Arbi go back into the lead.
Yeah, the lap time's been done by the 3 leaders, but can they make a difference? Can they work together and get up to the front as these Mirabil, Ardiansha, Galang, Irfan, Haykal.
Irfan's made a break from that group too, and look, he started. Oh, big moment there for the 21 machine. That was Irfan Haykal. He got the back end, stepped out massively as they came out of that corner, and the bike just literally launched itself into the air. Unfortunately, it's a bit different to just setting the fastest time over a session. You can see here, Critipat going back to the lead, runs a fraction wide. You see a replay of this, look at this barrier as he comes out of the final corner, out onto the ripple strip. The back end just stepped around, the bike was on its side before he could react.
Yeah, the rumble strip hit fastest bike in its Aiki Yoshi's, forcing the Kawasaki.
Yes, but I think it's fastest in top speed, but it just doesn't seem to have the torque to get out of the corners like the Yamaha and the Honda do. Because the Yamaha does have a 70cc odd advantage over the Kawasaki and the Honda as well. Oh!
Riding as fast as he was, perhaps there's a little error, but he's lost touch again. Gap opened up to 1.3 from 1 second, so he lost 4 tenths.
On board the Yamaha R3.
151.9.
And he's just gone to the lead of that group too, Barry, as they come out of turn 3. So that group is now clearly dragging each other forward, doing exactly what Galang Hendra Pratama was actually wanting, but they're not just following him as previously. So it's Irfan back into the lead of that chasing pack. But your race leader is still Arbi on board the 93 machine. So Fadila Arbi doing a great job. Pole sitter, Critipat still in 2nd place, and Kandra in 3rd.
Yeah,
down towards the infield section now. It's important to get a good run through here. That's Davino Brittani that's made his way to 4th.
The question at the beginning was, would Critipat run away with it? Well, no, he didn't. To what?
Group and try and catch those leaders up, but everyone has got to a point where they've just not been able to keep going with the momentum, and the lead group has had an answer for everything that's been thrown at them so far in this race. All 4 of those first holding them off at the front though. Fadila Arbi doing a great job, the Indonesian.
Yeah,
8 laps down.
Yeah, and there's an error. Was that Critipat who made the error? Davino Brittani can smell a podium. So the battle for the win, now a 2-horse race.
They know it's a 2-horse race, so they think it's still a 3-horse race.
Good point. Oh,
final lap,
and that's Jacob Sublaya gone down on the SDG Honda, but back at the front. Arbi continues to leave.
I reckon Critipat's going to plan an assault down into the final corner. Try and take this race win. Yeah. We know that he's got great drive out of this section.
Now it's business time for Critipat and for Arbi, and actually for Brittani and Kandra behind them. Ooh, 2 battles to watch here.
Oh, he's gone down at the final corner. He went up the inside, ran in there with too much momentum, and it is Fadila Arbi that will take the win. The Honda Astra team, they're extremely happy. They're over the moon. They're out at the final corner. Needs to try and get the bike. And Davino Brittani will find himself on the podium.
Astra Honda have both. Hanging his head is the number 39. Sucked him into a mistake. That was absolutely, you used to use the word polished to describe his performance. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, his last lap was just absolutely phenomenal. It was fraction short. Here we go. You can see there, he set himself up perfectly. Down the inside, got the run into the final corner, but just realised he was in there way too hot. That was because Fadila Arbi was already late on the brakes and had the perfect line. Develop off there. Let's hope they can stay away for a little bit, but certainly no clouds around the performance of Fadila Arbi.
Went down to 2, and then a late lunge from Kitapat wasn't successful, and you came out on top. Tell us about the race.
Yeah, the race was very hot in here. I thought before was gonna rain, but finally no, and now it started to rain again, and I just maintaining my pace from the beginning. I know I have a good chance. I have a good average speed, and I know where is my braking point, but I know it's the limit, and I don't want to fight with him more, so he go wide and I take the opportunity and just cut it back and make the win.